Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Rahil Morjavali. I am a
Hmm.
student of Rehan School Kurengi campus, and I am delighted to be remarkable individual who has made significant contribution to the cause of clean water. Without further ado, let's warmly welcome Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen, it's a pleasure to have you here with us. We are eager to delve into your journey and learn more about your work in the world of clean water facilitation and philanthropy. So, first of all, welcome, sir. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
All right.
Nice
So,
to
sir,
be here.
viewers,
You froze. Your screen froze again. Now you're okay.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So,
Your screen froze. Your screen froze for a few minutes, a few seconds.
okay. So, please introduce yourself for my viewers.
I'm Alan Baker. I live in Canada, and I um, I do projects around the world to get clean water for schools in Africa, and I'm also working on a project to help uh, people in Canada in First Nations to also access clean water as well. And I also have a company that we provide. I have a website called kanganionized.com, and we help homes and businesses in Canada and around the world have clean water in their homes, and because the tap water we have comes out not very nice, very dirty sometimes. There's contaminants, and so we have a machine that hooks up to your kitchen tap and alkalizes the water, purifies the water, cleans from chlorine, and so people have clean water at home and in their business as well. So yeah.
All right. So, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. My first question is: can you tell us more about your role as a clean?
I started doing some charity work in Canada about 12 years ago, and to help a local charity, with raising funds to build a well in Kenya. And through my involvement with them, I later on became involved with one of their advisory board members, like myself, who formed his own nonprofit in Africa. And now we've done through two projects in Africa to do walk. It's called a walk for water, and to raise funds to build wells at those locations in Africa.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. So now let's move on to next question. My next question is on your screen. Is you
Hmm.
are also the Walk for Water Africa coordinator and Javins.com.
Okay. The objectives of Walk for Water for Yavins.com, which I'm a part of, is to help eventually help every school in Africa that is lacking clean water to have clean water, whether it be through a well infrastructure or rain harvesting, and we do events to raise the funds to build those infrastructures. And so our goal is to have clean water for all kids, all schools in continental Africa.
All right, that's wonderful. Thanks so much, sir, for your answer. So
You're
now
welcome.
let's move on to the next question. My next question is on your screen. Your affiliation with the Smart Settle.com as an advisory council member is intriguing. Could you elaborate on your responsibilities and contribution in this role?
Okay. I'm a director of this company, and we have it's an online negotiation platform that can help solve negotiations anywhere from as small as a small claims court dispute and all the way up to international water disputes. So again, the focus is on water, and so we have a algorithm platform that can, as long as there's willing parties coming to the table to negotiate anything on planet Earth. It doesn't matter the size of negotiation. Our software and central process servers can handle the largest negotiations you could possibly think of. But but my focus is on water and helping um, communities and small negotiations. It doesn't matter. But as a water specialist myself, I'm more focused on helping with these water negotiations that need to have happen because we live in a world where, as you know, access to clean, fresh water is dwindling because 80% of the water, fresh water we have is going to agriculture. So there needs to be better processes for agriculture to not waste so much water. And even in the home, people waste water, especially North America. But my goal is to help negotiate the larger international water agreements so that we can have more fairer, more equitable distribution of water.
All right, sir. That's wonderful answer. Thank you so much, sir, for your
Mhm.
answer. So now let's move on to the next question. My next question is, what challenges have you faced in your career, and how did you overcome them? Are there any success stories you can share with us?
Uh, well, I think it was these. I would say that being in Africa and seeing the children that previously had to walk 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers downhill to fetch water from a source of water that was contaminated, basically, and then seeing those same kids having a well on their site at their school have clean water, and the impact of that is it's very inspiring because it makes you want to work twice as 10 times as hard, so you can help 10 times as many, and so I'm very um, I'm a big believer in paying it forward. So when you see the results like that happen, it is inspiring, and it also makes you want to gather more people to help me to do the same. And I guess the excuse me, the best example I can think of is when I spoke in front of I was had a suit on at the time. I wandered into this convention center, and I was curious to see what was going on. Convention center in downtown Vancouver, beautiful beautiful facility. I walked in there, and there was an event happening for a large Canadian bank. I'm not going to say which bank. And then so I stood in the front row, and there was about 1,000 people, and a speaker came on. She did her talk. She was an economist from the National Bank, and then she asked the audience if they had any questions. And I said, "What is?" I asked the one question, and sometimes all it takes
Certainly.
is one question. So so anyways, I asked this lady who's a chief economist, what is your bank doing to help the third world access clean water? And she said, "Well, it doesn't have anything much to do with what we're talking about here." So anyway, after the 5 questions, the gentleman walked up to me and said, "What was that question you're asking about water?" And I said, "Well, I'm with a small charity, and we help African countries get clean water through initiatives. And I was just wondering what you were doing to help the third world get clean water." So anyway, long story short, I called him and I emailed him. I never heard back, but he said he was going to his sponsorship department to bring the subject up with the sponsorship for their bank. And it was about 10 months later when I realized that I was sitting in front of the television, and there was a commercial that came on. It was this bank was donating $50 million to help free the children, which is it's a bigger Canadian nonprofit to build wells in Africa. So all it took is like one question, and I was able to spur them to raise $50 million and send it to Africa to their build water infrastructure in Africa.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, yeah, yeah. You vanished for a while.
Sorry for that.
That's okay. You're frozen again.
Hi, sir. Can you
Okay.
hear me now?
Yes, I can see you now. Yeah.
The internet connection. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to questions.
Hmm.
My question is for you. Can you share your vision for the future, long-term goals, and
I would say I would say every child, every human being has a right to clean water, and I'm working towards the day where I can see that every child around the world has access to clean water, because clean water is important to health. It's important to people education, obviously, and if kids don't have clean water, it becomes very challenging to have any success. And I believe clean water is a right that every person on this planet should have. And in fact, I don't know if you know Maud Barlow. She's a Canadian water activist, and she went to the UN and had water declared as a basic human right. So I believe in her philosophy in that every child should have access to clean water, no matter where you are.
Sir, can you hear?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now I can hear you. Yeah, you're kind of in and out, in and out.
Hello, sir.
Okay, I see you now. Yeah, you're still you were frozen. Now I can see you now. I can see you now.
Okay, I'm so sorry, sir, for internet connection. Can you repeat your answer because I not
Okay.
listen?
What was the
Just,
question?
just briefly, just briefly.
Okay, briefly. Okay, my vision is to see every child around the world have access to clean water, because clean water is essential for survival, education. It's essential for uh, reaching your greatest potential. And if you don't have access to clean water, it snuffs out potential, and it's actually and very bad for health. So clean water, I think, is a basic human right that every child in the world should have.
All right, sir. Great mission. Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. So now let's move on to questions.
Okay.
Individuals.
Okay. They can go to my website, our charity's website, and it's yabins.com. And there's ways to like just North America, it's US and Canada. There's there's tax receipts available for people in North America to donate. And people outside of North America, they can go to yavinsociety.ca, and there's you can donate by PayPal. There's a PayPal uh, donation you can make by PayPal, and it doesn't matter what country you're in. So that's essentially how I could get help from that. We're doing other projects, gearing up for other projects as well, and bringing in corporate and private donors and that kind of thing. But my vision is to have clean water for all, and it doesn't matter what country. But our my vision is to expand our Yavins.com so that we can help people, even in India, help people access clean water, uh, and uh, this is more like a movement that we're creating, and we want people to jump on board with us and share our vision.
So, and inspire you to continue your efforts as a clean water facilitator and philanthropist. What keeps you a passionate and dedicated to this cause?
Seeing the look in the eyes of children's faces that get clean water is the biggest inspiration I can think of. Of you see them before the challenges they have to get water, and then when we build a well in their community, and then you see them after when they have the ability to not they don't have to go fetch water. They can focus their energy on going to school and not worry about having the clean water because they have it. So that's the biggest inspiration, is seeing the difference that it makes to the children that get the clean water that they really need, and and that inspires them, to be better, to study harder, because they have the time to they can commit towards school.
Sir,
Mm-hmm.
do you
Um, okay. I would say, in answer to your question, I would say it involves um, getting out of my comfort zone on a regular basis instead of holding back and worrying about what people think. I put myself out there, even though it's very uncomfortable, and but that reaps huge benefits because once you get out of your head and go to your heart, and even though you're very uncomfortable reaching out to people, that resonates with people, and they become people who want to join in your passion and to share in the vision and participate in that vision. But it all stems from getting out of your comfort zone and getting out of your head and into your heart. Okay, I see you again now.
okay? My question is for you. Hello.
Oh, I see you now.
I'm so sorry, sir. What can I do? My internet is not working. So I
Mm.
conclude this interview. So my last question is, what advice do you have for aspiring philanthropists and those interested in making a positive impact in their communities or globally, especially in the context of clean water issues?
Okay. In, my philosophy is to um, get out of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to talk to people. Talk to as many people as you can. Get out of your head and don't worry. Stop worrying about what people think about you. Going. Start living in your head and living from your heart, and you'll be surprised at what you can accomplish. And it involves getting out of your comfort zone on a continual basis. If you can do that, the more you can do that, the more people you can talk to, the more things you can create, the more success you can create. And it doesn't matter what it is, if it's asking a millionaire to contribute to your cause or asking for volunteers to come on your team. It's all about getting out of your comfort zone and not worrying about what people think. I think that's the biggest thing I can say.
All right, sir. Great advice, and thank you so much, sir, for your patience, and thank you for
Hmm.
sharing your insights, experiences, and patience for clean water initiatives and philanthropy with us. Your work
Okay,
is, yeah,
thank you.
okay. Your work is truly inspiring, and we appreciate the
Thank you.
time you're taking to be with us today. So, thank you so much once again, sir, for your valuable answers. And thank you so much for giving me your precious time.
Thank you, Manny Hill. It was a pleasure talking with you. Sorry about the internet connection. Hopefully, you got most of that, and I look forward to seeing your success in the future.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for appreciate me. And thank you so much for understand my problem to internet.
No problem. Yeah, you should get the Starlink satellite. and they're a lot better than the internet we have nowadays, because every country should have access to not only clean water but to unlimited internet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but I thank you, and you have a nice day. Have a good evening, I should say, and talk to you soon.
Inshallah. Bye. Have a wonderful day ahead.